You mean?
Hey, we can get a big
yeah.
bed. Big bed.
We can have
Big bed.
the ultimate hunter party.
No.
No,
All the
leave
baby oil.
No,
For real?
leave the baby
Yes,
oil
sir.
out of this.
Pause.
Leave the baby oil out of this.
Ain't no party like a hunter party. Bird is pond. What is up, ladies, ladies, and gentlemen? Welcome to the True Synergy Talks podcast. I am esports director of TSG and co-host Mello, and I am joined here today with Dave, and we're no longer with the budget hunter. We got the real hunter. Slim, appreciate you, but we got the real thing now, so we're good. We're good.
Yes,
How you
sir.
guys doing tonight?
We chilling.
Slim, we don't appreciate you, Slim. Sorry, but we got the actual real thing here, so we're doing good now. Finally.
Real.
How you doing tonight, Mello?
Doing pretty good, pretty good. Kind of tired, but got work tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to try to get that under control. But it is what it is.
I get that. We're gonna be kicking off today's segment with the Halo World Championship 2024, which is gonna be going on tonight. The grand finals being casted as we are speaking, as this video is being recorded. We have Optic facing off against major contenders, Space Station Gaming. How do we feel about that, Mello?
SSG look really good, but I would love to see Formal. After all these second place finishes, I would love to see Optic get this, man. I would love to see it, but SSG are looking good, man.
They have been looking good all year. The three years so far of Halo Infinite we've seen of these World Championships, we've seen Optic and FaZe both take home their World Championship titles, Optic being the first and FaZe being the second. So I think that this is SSG's year to take home 3 of the 4 events this year. Obviously, Optic winning 1 this year. FaZe not winning anything. Like, was it FaZe that won something and Optic didn't win something? I think I might. Yeah, FaZe I think won London. So, obviously SSG just gonna probably trounce them. But the best FPS player ever, arguably the best controller player, Formal, looking to get another World Championship tonight. They were going through the lower bracket though, so they do have to reset this bracket and go for 2 best of 7s tonight. So it's not looking very likely for them.
With that said, Optic is currently up in the first series 1-0, and while barely winning, they are up in game 2. So we'll just see how this goes. We could potentially just keep updating as the podcast goes on, but Optic trying to make that lower bracket run while SSG is just trying to get their chip.
What's the second map that we have going on right now, Mello? Is it I don't remember what it was. Let's see. I believe we do have Streets, I think. I need to look for sure.
I wish they would live update it on Wikipedia. That would help.
I wish that they would live update it anywhere. Yeah, we have Streets Slayer going on. I figured it was Street Slayer. Optic is up in this series, only needing 3 more kills to close this second map out. They need to win 2 more maps in order to reset this first bracket for the best of 7 here. The first best of 7. And then we will be moving on to a bracket reset for another best of 7. And
I do want to say, Trippy has been looking really good in this game of Slayer.
As a player who has had arguably one of the most up and down Halo Infinite careers so far, Trippy is coming to life this tournament. Absolutely, actually crazy, this guy. He has been demolishing this whole tournament, actually. This is his best tournament, and I really would love to see him get the MVP if they do end up winning this.
And that's going to be the 2-0 Optic right there. So we're getting the live information. Well, not live. Y'all are going to know who wins this by the time this podcast goes up. But for us, we're in the middle of watching this, so we got 2-0 Optic here now. So maybe that changes things a bit for SSG, as this is a really dominant start from Optic coming on out here. But we'll see. We'll see as this night goes on, and you guys can clown us in the comments, whatever, based on whatever happens after.
I'm gonna clown you guys regardless.
As you should.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, can
not
we clown
a.
Hunt? Can we clown Slim though? I think we all gotta clown.
Yeah, we're gonna clown Slim.
Absolute
Definitely
cinema.
some clowning.
Absolutely.
Sadly not a Halo watch party tonight, but we not much going on in this esports scene right now besides playoffs for Siege, so we kind of want to fill in some of this area where we normally do talk about another esport with something that's going on currently and something that we just we like watching. We have FaZe taking third place in this tournament right now, and
do believe
Pure
so.
Pure is taking fourth. They FaZe did knock out Pure in the lower bracket, and then Optic knocked out FaZe to make a reunion with SSG. So, just an overall good World Championship run from our three favorite teams and the three best teams in Halo Infinite. So, I look forward to seeing more of this game, and hopefully we can get some more viewership for this game because it is pretty awesome to watch. So if you guys ever have an opportunity to watch, I would suggest just looking at it on HCS on YouTube or on Twitch. I believe they run it on both. So
I do believe so. You can just go to the actual official Halo Twitch as well. I know that's what they're live on right now.
yeah, I only watch it on YouTube. So because YouTube supremacy, YouTube Premium supremacy, actually.
That's how I watch. That's how I watch this R6 Pro League. Is I just watch it and I click it on 2x speed. So if I ever got behind, Twitch is always like behind, bro.
Twitch
yeah.
is
YouTube
Twitch is just a
supremacy.
weird thing. Like I cannot, like I work in a metal factory, so like Twitch just does not work at all in there. YouTube, tell you, I'd be posted up watching YouTube. So if I ever have any esports or anything going on, YouTube is the way for sure. Twitch is the far inferior of the two.
I will very much agree with you there, especially for VODs. I do like the VODs are just instantly available on YouTube compared to Twitch, where it's like I don't know what it is streaming on Twitch. Like you have to go in there on a PC. You can't do it on mobile. You have to go in on your PC,
Yeah,
manually click on the VODs. Like
you can just rewind anything on YouTube. It's great for getting clips, watching your favorite teams on Siege and stuff. It's cannot stop gassing up YouTube. But we'll probably cut it over to R6 playoffs now. A lot's going on. MAD is facing off against SSG if they have not been 2-0'd as we're talking about this. But are we going to talk about Latam here first for our SSG boys absolutely dominating Lycus Empire?
oh yeah.
As of
Having
now, we're
the
in
true-
third place.
The true synergy comeback at the end of the season.
Sir.
Oh yeah.
TSG, as a lot of you remember, we're not doing very good. 0-3 start was rough. We had that 7-1 loss to Lycus, but all I'm saying is we bring those back. The boys are nasty. All the way up into third place now. Second place is obtainable. It's not guaranteed. I'm not even going to say it's the most likely outcome, but it is extremely obtainable for TSG, as their next games are what? CN and Revan?
Yep, we got Revan tomorrow night, and then Wednesday we'll get Cinta Negra.
Yeah. Both teams TSG has beaten fairly recently, coming off those massive wins against Lycus and that insane upset over 6 Karma that very few people seen coming. That game, the Twitch chat, if those of you who were there were a lot of upset people who thought they had free channel points coming voting on 6 Karma. But no, sir, that's not how it's working around here. As, what was it, 7-4 victory for TSG on Border? Fairly convincing win indeed.
Who does 6 Karma play for these last 2 matches?
Okay, so 6K plays Revan tomorrow. We play.
Okay.
Wait, no, this is okay. I'm looking at the wrong one. Which one is it? It says Monday. 6 Karma tomorrow plays Lycus Empire.
Okay, so well, we need them to lose at least one of those in order to have a shot. If they go 2-0, then
I believe if we even force
third.
overtime tomorrow,
Mhm.
I think that gives us the points required for playoffs, but I could be misinformed. I believe that's how
Yeah.
it is.
Definitely playoffs, though, like looking very likely for us especially after that doozy of a start. We're looking real good to come into our first playoffs. Very poised. I like our chances, especially against. I like our chances, especially against Revan here.
Yeah.
I think
What's the October 9th games looking like as well?
October
Okay, so we
9th?
play
So it's
Cien.
Cruelty versus 6K, which would be huge for us if we were to go for
Yes,
second place.
huge. Absolutely.
And then obviously we play Cien, who we beat pretty easily.
Yeah. We did kind of smoke that CN pack, and the team as well. I feel like they've been shooting a little better. Those of you who may not know, Elizalde has been given a full-time roster spot for the remainder of stage and going into playoffs. So the current roster is Cuervo, Cadent, Alan Durf, Elizalde. Trivia here for you, Hunter. It's the fifth.
Sorry, which ones did you? I missed which ones did you name? It's
Fake
Elizalde.
fan!
No, Alan Durf, Elizalde, Cadent, Christian, and Cuervo.
Christian was
Let's
your
go,
last,
boys! He's not a fraud. He is not a fraud.
Never.
Never.
Talk
We
about
got,
that team cruelty, though. They have a chance to go 10-0. in
Legitimate
this.
10-0, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute domination
October 8th
from
for me.
Team Cruelty. So,
You'll have that for playoffs, brother. That's all that matters.
Oh yeah.
is that your jersey? Your
Yes,
TSG
sir.
jersey? I was thinking about ordering one the other day.
Do
Actually.
it, dude. I can't lie. These are like actually like sweet.
Yeah,
Like,
I
the
liked
fit-
yours.
I ordered
the
mine
fit's
September
great, bro.
16th, and it's gonna be October 8th. So
That's not that
Got
bad.
the
yeah.
name on the back thing, bro. Clean.
Melo he missed the opportunity to have number 69 on the back.
I
Kinda
did, bro. I
disappointed.
went to put a number on the back, and they just didn't let me fix my order. So I'm like, okay, great. But Jersey's here now, so I'm not too mad. But being
How's it
honest, I
fitting?
was
How's it fitting?
good,
Material?
actually. Really, really, really good.
It looks
Really
good.
actually.
It looks good on you.
Oh yeah, everything
like,
looks
this
good on
is,
Melo.
Appreciate
Full
it.
Don't
glaze.
I know it?
All right.
Okay.
Well, let's cut it over to NA then. I'd like to talk about these playoffs that are actually going on. Sonics and DZ fighting for first. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema.
Sonics and DZ going for fifth. Still
First.
just seeing Nathan Canadian, so that's an interesting rivalry.
One of them lost a map to M80. That's all I'm gonna say.
So we actually just
You might be right.
saw SSG take third place over M80.
Yep. So they qualify for the major, and M80 has to make a run through last chance qualifiers in order to have a chance at the major. So the Space Station is our third locked-in North American team to the Montreal major. Dark Zero and Sonics also now just fighting for pride and that first place in the stage. Like I said, Dark Zero, they lost a map to M80. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sure. That was a great. That was a great best of 3 last night though. I caught the latter end of it. That was great with Bolo clutching up at the end per usual.
Yeah, I saw some chinks in that Dark Zero armor though, so I'm in full non-biased fashion. I'm a Sonics fan. Well, actually in full bias. I'm a Sonics fan. M80 looking pretty weak against Space Station, so we'll see how their last chance qualifiers go. M80 having to just kind of take a mental reset. They took both of their timeouts very early on in the games that they played today. Not really playing as a team, not really playing as coordinated. I think Ash and Typing really getting in their heads. He was smoking their pack both maps, typing to them, question mark in them, LOL in them. It
It's
was
average
wild
action
today.
behavior, to be fair.
It was great.
See, Benjamaster even getting in there. Ashen getting some influence over Benja. Benja started typing at a point as well, which is going to be fun to see on LAN. You're going to have Ashen and possibly Benja having those moments. Troy's going to be there, and we all know Troy.
It just sucks we're not going to be able to see another SSG versus Bleed shit talking masterpiece. between Turd and Ashen. That was a
I
masterpiece.
loved
lineup.
that. Yeah, that was a masterpiece.
Sounds like we need to be giving Bleed a major spot over some of these other
Mhm.
teams. Just saying, fixed format. Sorry.
Was there only one spot? Is that why the
Yeah,
bleed's
and
not going?
Elevate grabbed it.
Oh,
Yep.
that
Great
is so
match though. That
unfortunate.
grand final in
Yeah.
Asia League was great.
Yeah.
I did catch a
That
map
was.
or so of that, so I'd actually, I'm not really high on the Elevate train though. I think that they're just gonna have another doozy of a LAN performance, and you're gonna wish that Bleed was there to at least make it to the main stage.
Make it entertaining at the slightest, you know.
Yeah,
100%.
they got some great players over there. But yeah, this Space Station Gaming roster looking great here against M80. I do not know how Space Station is going to look at LAN. A lot of these American teams are having some weird kind of attacking malfunction, I guess. I don't know what it is, but they really want just this blitz to just be thrown at the wall and hoping that it sticks. If the blitz play does not work every single round on these attacking rounds, you just see a lot of NA teams just absolutely chalk it. Like
Yeah.
you saw every single round, M80 brought a shield or something, and they just looked just weird. Lost a bunch of just individual rounds just off of just some confusing plays. I'll send this link right here into our group here, and you can pull up this clip. Just he peeked the hatch here. J90 kills him, and he's able to just run because the diffuser is completely just in the middle of Narnia. Vending cam still up, full information on Hyper. Just completely weird, just not coordinated between these two players. He fries this dude on the hatch, and the other dude is all the way in Animus. They're not coordinating to have the diffuser grabbed and for them to trade this frag. One guy goes for the defuse. You can see the Shield of Forest sitting there. This was round number 1, by the way. Forest pulls out the SMG, contests Vending Stairs. I wish they clipped this and showed it, because it was just an absolute blunder through M80, and you just saw a lot of these rounds just go this way. They have all of the frags and all of the pressure that they need offsite, but they just cannot close it. Just weird.
And this, kids, as well, at home, is why you shoot default cams. As well.
Oh, yeah.
Why are defaults not shot in Pro League?
Just weird, because they were just attacking with like 30 seconds left every single round. You just see a lot of time just going the way of Space Station. And that's not to say like SSG did not show any weakness or anything, because the first map was an 8-7 win by them on their map pick, by the way, which, you know, obviously isn't the best showing for Space Station, but I mean, they did get the 2-0 at the end of the day and secured their major spot. So we'll just see if M80 has what it takes to battle it out through LCQ, because today was just not it from them for showing.
Do we have the LCQ bracket?
They do have it. I don't know if they have it posted, but they do have it somewhere. I heard some of the games were being played out. Maybe we can see it on. Let me check if you can see it on any of the Blast websites. Yes, that is. Los lost. What? Look at that.
That is true. I did see that on Twitter. Yep.
That is crazy. This is our 9th team representing in the North America, by the way. We do not have 10 teams. We have Los R6 losing to CL4L. Yep. They're losing to Packer and Co.
Oh, the former Makers roster.
Yeah.
Losing to Makers, and you know what? We couldn't give Makers the spot. No way. We're not giving Makers the 10th spot. Obviously not.
No. Come on, man. Los supremacy. What are you talking about? Los is so good.
I cannot.
And I hate to really take a crap on Blast sometimes, but we gotta do something for our like Siege, for our esports. We really do. We need to get some more viewership. We need to figure out some ways to do this.
Yeah, North America's down bad with having not only an open spot, but also a full Brazilian roster in North
That
America.
sucks. Not even a good Brazilian. Like, if we had, like, I don't know, insert good Brazilian roster here, and they were, like, good, fine. Fine, good competition.
I just wonder if
Sweet.
there's something more behind closed doors, whether it's like maybe teams don't really want to buy into North American Siege at this point. Like we saw Cloud9 invest with Beast Coast, but we haven't seen any teams actually try to approach North America League. Like teams like Rogue and stuff like that, like who just don't want to like fund teams anymore, even in Europe.
Yeah, teams like even that we see in like Call of Duty that could still even like maybe fund a roster or something in Siege. It's not looking very like promising for those teams because they see viewership, they see things are not really very well advertised. There's not really like that push, I guess, from the organizations to really like want other like new rosters and new teams to pick up a roster and pick up some teams. So you're seeing T2 teams most of the time having an organization that is pushing, like Makers is, they're pushing T2 boundaries. They're pushing almost into T1 territory, having a lot of talent, having a lot of these good rosters, but we just don't have these rosters that are in North America or whatever that want to pick up. They don't want to drop their team, even though that they could just. I don't know if they can just drop their team or whatever and acquire a better roster, or if they lose their spot if they. Oh, I think it's you have to have a certain amount of players from the last stage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so.
So, but that just begs the question of like, why do we not have a 10th team competing in North America? Why are we, making this less competitive with not having that 10th team? And we've not had 10 teams in how long? It's been a year since I think we've had a 10th team.
I think we had
It's been
a
a while.
10th team for stage 2 of last year, but it was Mirage, and then it became SBL, and then SBL ended up pulling out, so we had 9. They ended up changing it to like this weird round robin format instead of the
SBL couldn't do it because I think Mirage tried to screw them over or something like that. Like Mirage was being really
Who
weird.
hasn't Mirage
and, like,
screwed over is the real question.
Good question. This week on they'll find a way to screw me over yet. I don't know.
I hope Marmalade has gotten
figure it
paid.
out.
Has it
Pay
been a
Marmalade on God.
What I think, honestly, I don't see why. Like we have other leagues, especially Latam. We're in Latam. We like OS. OS is a great region as well. Even in like Korea, there's orgless teams. Why we could bring this orgless makers roster on just as easy, right?
100%.
Yeah, I agree.
Or even just like have a specific qualifier before the stage for that last spot. There's quals for Latam.
You are seeing like quals with like, because you would like to think that for T2, like how we thought E1 was going to end up working, we thought it was going to end up working like Challenger League did back in the day, where you could earn a spot and earn a chance to face the relegating teams from North America. We really thought that was how it was going to go, especially around there. But then we ended up just seeing teams competing for money instead, which, that's fine and everything. But I feel like teams are really wanting to compete in those to make this their career. Me personally, I wouldn't want to just keep winning the same thing just to not have any promise of moving up, because we do see pro teams end up playing in Element. We do end up seeing, teams that are not exactly doing good in Pro League end up playing in Element. And if you're just competing for money at that point, like, where's the passion at? Like, you see all of these passionate T2 teams that really want to have a spot in North America battling it out in Element just to not be able to face any of the relegating teams. We need to bring back relegations, or we need to do something. We need to stop making these organizations really comfortable with just having a mediocre team. You need to be pushing the bill. You need to be having weight, and you need to be having something that really means something to really affect these teams and make them want to perform better. Because if you can just place 10th or 9th every single stage and just think, oh, we're just going to get better next season. We're just going to get better next season. Going to get better next season. Then you just start to have this comfort just being bad, being okay, being mediocre. And I don't think that's very entertaining for viewers.
I don't either, and I think as well, like, just the fact that we have teams as mediocre as Los, and it's like there's just like what's the repercussions of it? Like
That's what I'm saying. And I
there's
know
no
that we're
reason not
smoking
to.
we're smoking this Los pack here right now. But
I think
I
it's
would also
warranted.
I would like to talk about that OXG roster because they did
Ooh.
bring on young
Oh
talent.
yeah.
They brought on Bay, and like it's fine. Like it looks okay. Maybe they just need a little season to chug it out. But that was honestly embarrassing. Like you need
Yeah.
to evaluate. Like you are bringing on young talent, and then you're just having newers just absolutely carry you.
Yeah.
Or I guess bringing on Hat. Yeah,
We need
that's who
that
they.
screenshot of they showed like the top 3 in like cost, KD, and all that, and it was all
Mhm.
3 were newers.
Yeah, he's like in there, like his back is hurting.
I saw the screenshot paired with it. It was the Bugatti parked in the trailer park.
Yeah. Like the trailer park, yeah. Free newers, bro. That's awful.
All I'll
But
say is OXG
thankfully,
hasn't been the same since they dropped Dream. I think Dream was the glue. He was the vibe guy in that on that roster.
vibe guy. He is a good voice. He's an experienced voice. I think
Just good player.
that is just really what's needed. You've seen now, like you have experience on this roster. I would say everybody but Hat is pretty experienced by now, but you still just run into these issues of who fits where, who's doing what. Because, you have 4 experienced, at least LAN experienced players, You have 4 of them. 4 of them when they were on what was the roster when before M80 what was that team called? What was the org called? I forgot. Anyway, on that team, they pushed. That was the roster with Kino and all of those guys. I don't remember the org name though. But those guys did push into top 4, maybe even semis or grands for a major. You've seen this, but then they really just tried to mix it up and they tried to go with another route and acquire these players, and it's just not worked out for them since. You lose Fox, you lose Laxing, you lose Dream, and then you just kind of just try and pick up this talent to try and get them to mesh together, and it just is not meshing very well. This team needs to look at some of these players, and I think a lot of people were very critical on Gomez at this stage, especially like these imports, the imported players that you see. I think NA has not really taken a big liking to watching some of their favorite teams get really just, put in by players that are just not performing well.
Yeah, we've seen
Yeah.
some bad teams in Pro League as a whole, but in NAL, and it was actually a realistic shot at Oxygen becoming the first winless team in history for North
I
America,
saw that.
and I
By the
think
way,
they
the
finally won their
team-
last game.
The team that was formerly okay, sorry. The team that Yaga was formerly on, by the way, I think the might have been the team you were referencing was
Yeah.
Xset.
Yes,
Xset.
Xset. I couldn't remember the
Yeah.
org name. I couldn't remember the org name.
I had to
But
look
yeah.
it up for us. I got you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I don't think we've seen a stage this bottom heavy as this stage has been. Like even if you were on the top 8, I would even dare to say Wildcard showed some promise, even being, in those spots. But the 9th and the 10th spot, just some stinkers. Just
Yeah,
absolute
Wildcard actually had
stinkers.
some promise. They ended up getting a late push into playoffs, just sneaking over. I think Luminosity, right? So
Yes, yeah.
they made a late push. Slim was on that every day. I checked the group chats, and he was already on it. Wildcard's got a chance.
He's always
Wildcard's got a
already on it.
chance.
And then they got smoked in the first round. Poor Wildcard. That's all right. I like that roster. I like them bringing back some old heads.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing Bosco in Pro League again. Yeah. My king.
It just sucks. At the beginning of the stage, it was supposed to be Rampy's team, and then they decided to drop Rampy.
Yeah, they dropped him, and now he's
No
on
longer.
what, SSG ACAD?
He is.
I believe so.
They had a
Playing
pretty good
along
run
the
through
likes
the last LCQ as well. SSGA. Dream
Yeah.
did sub for them. Dream subbed for SSGA for a couple games.
Yeah, I was watching some of those games, yeah. Losing to would-be makers, so.
It's not a bad team to lose to, even without Kobe Lax.
No, definitely isn't.
Speaking of Kobe Lax, what a What a stage he had in NAL. Is having currently as of now. They're still going on the final.
I had some questions, as I think everybody did on that first game, because they did look weird
against Sonics. Yeah.
Despite how everybody's like, oh, everybody was just a hater, and then now they're doing good, and now everybody loves them. That's not true at all. I did not hate that roster, and I did not hate anything about it. I hated the fact that they just look weird. They look like they put them on some weird role. You know, obviously Skyscraper being a weird map in the NA, where it's the least played map in the North American League. It just looked really weird as a showing. And I am super glad to be proven wrong. I'm super glad that was not what they were doing with him. That wasn't where they saw them going with him. And now he's having a great rookie stage. And you know what we say about rookie stages, and we've seen it twice now, with Spoit and with Diffuser. Rookie stage might have been okay, or it might have been, really good. They won their first majors.
Oh, yeah.
So we might see Kobe Lex hoisting that trophy at the next major.
That was one of my was that Copenhagen? No, that wasn't Copenhagen. It was in 2022.
It was Berlin.
Berlin,
right?
It was Rogue. That roster was great.
I did too.
Now that you think about it, though, that pretty much that same roster minus Spoit and I forget who else. That roster is Fnatic right now, and they got absolutely demolished in Europe.
They are minus a few players from that roster. I think.
I know it was Deepak, Leon, Spoit,
and
I think one other guy from Fnatic, right? Sarks?
Maybe. No. Sarks is new. Because he was pretty sure he's the dude that had the cheating allegations or the ban or whatever for cheating. That Rogue roster was pretty good. I'll have to see if we can.
I just watched that. I watched the ending of that major back. I think Leon Gids posted his POV, like his
yeah. He always posts all that stuff to his YouTube. I do like that. Yeah. The comms are good, and I do like watching those information videos.
But you're right, Diffuser in his first major. That was a great major. I think that's probably my favorite event in my my Siege tenure. Was the most recent major in Manchester.
It is I think TSM's Invitational 2022 is my favorite.
I was on my hiatus at that point, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. One of the best things, because I was really high on them and nobody else was, and I just remember proving everyone wrong.
I came back to Siege, and the first 3 events that I watched were won by the same team, W7M. That was when I came back. Was before. Actually, no. So I came back before last Invitational when G2 beat W7M.
Okay, so that roster was Kanto.
That's
Cryan. Cryan's the player. Cryan's the player that we're missing.
I was missing Kanto because Fnatic recently brought Kanto back, like the stage. But Cryan.
Weird to think that Cryan was on that roster. I don't even remember him on that roster. I remember Deepek having some of the craziest clutches we've ever seen on a main stage.
Oh yeah.
In that event, that was absolute masterclass. You've been a little bit quiet today, Mello. What's going on in your head?
He's locked in on this Halo.
Absolutely. Also, just kind of scounging Wikipedia, but also I'm just tired. I'm gonna be honest.
What's the grand final for NAL?
Yeah. Grand finals right now. Optic are now up 3-0 on Space Station.
Looking to reset the bracket. They're hot. They're feeling.
They might. The game is actually they're up right now. I'm not sure.
They got to reset the bracket.
They're playing the mode of the ball.
Oddball. The mode with the ball.
I love balls. I can't wait for that to get clipped out of context. That's going to be great.
We do need some out of context clipping.
Yeah, it's just the soundboard of me saying that. I can already see it.
You're banned from chat.
We ignore that.
What did you say, Hunter?
I criticized the commentators one time and it got me banned. So DZ up 2-1 on Sonics currently on map 1.
Yeah, Sonics on defense too. That's I don't know. That's not a good look. Maybe they
to be unbanned December 9th, 2023.
Okay, we're ignoring that. Anyway, yesterday actually I believe it was the DZ M80. I believe each team lost their map pick. from what I
do believe so. Yeah.
each team lost their map pick, and then DZ finally won the decider. I think M80 actually had a strong lead on the decider and ended up throwing it. Dark Zero ended up clutching up with their attack rounds to force OT.
What a
I mean,
story that would
Cardinals.
have been if they weren't in the major, or if M80 took that spot instead.
Oh yeah.
That would have been something. 100%.
Who are we
already
thinking
mentioned
of
the-
for Dark Zero versus Sonics here?
I gotta go Dark Zero just because Bolo's playing. You know, when Bolo play, you know, they're not asking. They're not asking when Canadian
I hate
play.
you. I might like Slim more.
Ooh, that's
No, I think
that's fighting words, Dave.
I don't know. I think
Maybe.
DZ's just got this. Like you can see it. They're dapping each other. These guys got the energy. They got the culture going on. It's very similar to
They're right
SSG.
next to each other at a little L table and stuff. They got that aura. You got your pal.
I think when I think of Sonics, I think of more coordinated, especially with Canadian leading it. But with
Yeah.
these guys,
Oh,
it's all young guys pretty much with DZ. You can
Speaking of
just by the
Sonics,
mannerisms.
my MVP for this stage is actually Rexon.
Yep,
I
Richie
love
is the
that
goat.
guy.
Yep.
He is so good this season, especially because with this new system that they're employing, especially with losing Goddess and no longer having Geo on IGL. I believe he was IGLing.
Yep.
No longer having a different system has really made these players just look like they're back on their role. Like I don't know what kind of pseudo role they had Rexon on last stage, but they had him like
Yeah, they
on
took him off
Thermite
entry
and stuff. Yeah, they had him on Thermite.
I mean, I think they took him off entry with the addition of Ambi just to test something out. But I feel like having him on his gun is much better. I think I think the first 3 playdays were all SQ. I think Rexon took 2 MVPs, and then I think the other MVP was would it have been Ambi? Or no, I think it was Surf, right?
I think Surf, yeah. Surf has been on one this stage too. I love these players. Like this team just seems like they are talented, but like they're meshing well together. I don't know if I am high on them, but like I don't know if like I can be as high on them as I am on DC. I think I've been a DC fan for a while, just because I like the Pamba party time.
Oh yeah.
I think Pamba Zoo is such a cracked player. I do not even care. Like he has some stinkers, but like when that man gets going,
Pamba on Deimos. I mean, Kobe just hopped on it as we're speaking, but I think Pambazoo on Deimos in Manchester was one of the most lethal players I've ever seen in any LAN event. He was going crazy. I think it was on Chalet. He was playing Deimos like at all of his attack rounds, and he was going crazy.
I like the combination of NJR and Pambazoo. They're some of my favorite players to watch. I love NJR for his role. I think that like his role gets overlooked a lot of the time, but the efficiency that this man is able to have on such a role like he has with his flank watch, like flex type of play, cannot be ever understated. I never knew that Echo drones have the drone boost.
They do actually, yeah.
That's
Bravo
so cool.
Twitch.
That's so cool. I love that.
I think that's a massive buff to Twitch specifically because you only get 2 Twitch drones and they're the biggest targets on the screen. I think they're bigger than Bravo drones. Maybe not. I don't know.
They are the clutches are bigger, and so are Flores drones. Did Flores drones get speed boost too?
I'm not. I don't think so. Did they?
They did.
No way.
So cool.
They did.
I love that.
That's crazy.
Don't correct me in the comments because I don't actually know. But I'm just gonna. I want to make it sound like I'm assured.
No, I thought.
No, they probably.
Yeah.
Don't.
Slim would know.
If Echo drones do, then I think Flores drones will too.
No, Slim would have known for sure. That's all I'm saying, bro.
0.3 KD in ranked, by the way, from Slim.
I can confirm that. No, genuinely, he does.
He's always trying to get picked up by the rank back and everything on Twitter.
Do we pull up the stat track?
Yeah,
yeah, we do.
Some stats.
Our 6 stats.
His account name is no better, bro.
Oh, he might have changed it. I think he changed his name.
I would hope so.
Damn it.
I would certainly hope so.
Anyway, he does have a 0.3 KD in ranked.
He does.
That's my Monty main. I will say he's provided a couple clips from his calls for my YouTube, you know. But
he keeps trying to get picked up on Twitter by all the demon rank stacks. He always writes. I always see the tweets because he follows me back, and I'll go on the For You page, and then it'll be like, "Need 3 for ranked" or something. He'll be like, "Yo,
Let's work.
yeah,
Let's work. Huge opportunity. Excellent.
I'm gonna start doing that. I think I'm gonna start putting him in the huge opportunity.
Oh, you
Oh,
have
yeah.
to. Add Hunter. Huge opportunity. Let's go Beef Coast.
Oh yeah, Beef Coast is where it's at.
Yeah,
We don't
exactly.
rep
They
bro.
should
Beef
get that.
Coast
They
on the
should get that
TSG
10th NAL
podcast.
spot, Beef Coast.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Imagine the dream
Beef Coast
matchup
in there.
between Beefo IGLing versus Canadian IGLing. It's just
Bro. Beefo, if
absolute
he's not
cinema.
blacklisted by every team that's out of T86. Like,
I think Beefo etches out Canadian as best IGL of all time.
yeah,
oh
easily.
yeah.
Oh, Surf! Oh my God!
Wow.
See that big triple? Oh my Lord!
Like, imagine you die and Beefo just says, "Yeah, okay, buddy," to you. Like, you're shocked. It's over. Like,
the
you
Beefo
can't do
versus
anything.
Ashen text chat war.
Oh God, that would be generational. I would pay money to see that. Can't even lie.
Oh, did you watch that that Surf Cali clip
Oh,
that
did not.
I put up there?
I don't think we've
Speaking
seen
of
that yet.
Surf,
No.
we were
Yeah,
mentioning
look
that.
at this. Yes, Surf playing Call of Duty.
The phase
Oh,
montage,
he just like me.
intro montage.
He he kills Cali, or he kills this Clash. I don't know why.
Oh my
Clash
God.
Wow.
unshielded.
Clash is a bit of a brick, but it's okay. Faults with the barbed
The
wire
pocket
kill.
F2 in hand.
Jesus.
No
I
webcam
hated
from
that they
Surf.
just put his. I hated that they just put that picture of him.
That's fantastic.
For like a split second.
Yeah, it's
Post it up. He's posted up for that split second, bro. Like, just.
Oh, go over to Europe
He
here,
was like-
Hunter. Did you see that that G2 has to go over to the last chance qualifiers?
Oh yeah, I did. Let's see.
One sec, I have this
Which group?
here. Let me I sent you have the link right up there. It should be the Montreal major. There you go. It will show everybody that has a spot and is still seeding. So
Right here?
you can see, yep, European League secret. What do we think, boys, for the European League?
I think these guys had a Virtus Pro and Team Secret had a barn burn. I believe Team. Oh no, this is
They haven't played yet. They
Okay,
haven't played these two.
I think I was
it
thinking
was
of the
G2
Secret
and
and
Virtus Pro.
G2. I was thinking because they had like it was Secret versus G2 and I think they triple shielded on club or on border, and I think they had G2 crying on Twitter. That one was hilarious. But I think I'm gonna take Team Secret here.
I think I agree with you, and
I
I'm
gotta
glad
go
that
Secret
you're-
as well.
Oh, you're lame. Make it.
I can't go against Secret, bro. I'm sorry. I just can't vote against Secret.
They get 2 spots and then a third one through LCQ, just like NA does. So I think Virtus Pro. I don't know what it is about Virtus Pro, but they just look like some stinkers through the regular season, and when playoffs hit, they just absolutely smoked them. Like I don't even remember who they played, but they absolutely bodied somebody.
I've seen Virtus Pro absolutely like. I'm sure most of the siege space is taking Team Secret here, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes max overtime, like all
maybe
3
2
maps.
maps.
Yeah.
G2 lost 2-0 to or lost 0-2 to Virtus Pro in the first round. But I'm high on this Team Secret team, and Joystick is actually rolling back the years on this stage. I don't know if you guys have been able to catch it, but Joystick has looked like he's back on like his like peak 2019 2020
Empire days.
Joystick BS. Yes, he is back. He is looking crazy. They have him on flank watch because obviously he's more in the retirement home than he used to be. But
yeah,
back. He's in Canadian territory.
He's in except for with 2 less invitationals, one might I add.
That is true.
Only 2 finals. Only 2 finals. Still the most confusing drop of all time, making it to the grand finals of a 6 invitational, losing, getting dropped.
That was certainly a move of all time.
Getting snaked by Scyther just for him to not be in the league anymore. And you and the boys are still rocking and kicking. I do think for this next season though, Virtus Pro needs to make some sort of move. They
Agreed.
look kind of weird. A lot of these this Russian play style is just kind of not fitting them this season, especially.
Maybe they take the BDS route and maybe swap over to English, pick up someone like I think who did BDS? They picked up Usis, right? And I think he's an English.
They picked up Usis
speaker.
and Solotov, and
Yeah.
Usis is from the UK, and Solotov is from Turkey.
And so they switched
So-
to English, and look what they did. I think they instantly took a
They're
second
number
place
one.
at the major, and then they just
Second
rolled
place at the major.
through EWC.
Yeah, second place at the major, and a very convincing map 5. It went to border
Oh,
map
yeah.
5 on at that last major. So
Best
they
major
are
final
very
I've seen in a
poised.
while.
That
That was
was
good.
you got to see Shaiko tweaking. Still my favorite clip of all time is this man pulling at his eyebrows. I have never felt so happy as an NA supporter to just see this man just pulling at his eyebrows.
One thing though
Gunner
Gunner
is-
is him, bro. Gunner
one
is
thing
him.
I noticed about that major is we all praise Fett as like one of the best coaches we've ever seen in Siege, but they had Licky Fack and Shaiko had on the Solus was making Beast Coach just pull their own hair out. They couldn't figure it out.
Yeah,
And I was like, maybe
EFAC
Fett will ban it next map. No, I think they had the Solus up for all 5 maps.
I think so too. Because EFAC was just running their pack on Solus the whole finals. EFAC as a player, I think that a lot of people are overlooking just because they have Shaiko on their roster, but I think people have to understand that Shaiko has taken a step back. He's no longer that prolific, just gunner and shooter. You have a lot of firepower. There's so much depth to this team. All 5 players at any moment can give you 20. And that's what's nice to watch about BDS, and that's why they're so fun. EFAC, even as the IGL, just almost put up the most kills in a best of 5 ever seen. That's your IGL. That is the man calling your shots for you.
Yeah, he went
And
band
he
for
is
band with Gunner
shooting.
in that grand final. And I
Yeah,
think
that's
Gunner
what
broke the
I
record,
mean.
right?
Yeah, Gunner broke the
He did.
record, and EFAC is right behind him in the record. So
That was a great
band,
matchup.
band for band, brick for brick with
Both of them
MVP.
broke the previous record, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So but this Team Secret roster picking up Virtue has just done some crazy wonders for them. Even at the last couple of majors, they've looked okay. They haven't just had the best performance, but I think that picking up this veteran experience has just made them just look absolutely wonderful. Actually, now G2 for the second spot in Europe, winning by 2 points. And well, they don't have to make their run through LCQ just yet. They have to win 2 more, or they have to win 2 more games, and then they're qualified. Or they have to. Either way, I guess they have to. They could lose this one, win the next one, and they'll qualify. But I think they'll qualify. Who do we think that's going to come out of the LCQ though?
I feel like you have to give it to G2.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else is it? Oh, right here.
Well, we
Wolves
have
can
not
be good,
seen.
too.
We haven't seen who's fully going to be in the LCQ yet because obviously these games still have to be played out.
They
so
got the
we'll
5th
see.
place between G2 and Wild to come.
Yep. Which is going to be good actually. So then Kyle's not a poser, and he can actually have some credibility and accountability for what he said last week. Him and Slim both said Wild.
Wow.
So we're not going to make this man. We're not going to make this man eat his words, and we're going to make him take accountability for what he said, because he cannot swap up now just to not be different. He's going to stick by his Wild prediction.
Yes.
Or I'm going to make you stick by your
Okay.
Wild prediction.
Okay.
So Wild's making it out of LCQ. Talk to us about that.
The Deagle skin is fired. And
The
we use
stolen
the-
Deagle skin
we're
from
gonna-
Counter-Strike.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that, okay? But they're gonna take the stolen Deagle skin. They're gonna 1D everybody, and they're gonna make it trust.
Okay,
Trust.
I'm gonna flip it.
It'll look
I
like
know
me in
I'm the one that brought
Counter-Strike
it up
today.
about the stolen skin, but it's always said imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Okay, we're just acknowledging the greatest skin in the history of Counter-Strike. Okay, that's all.
That's the Nico Deagle skin too. That is the Nico Deagle. That is not just any Deagle. That is arguably one of the best pop-off deaglers go-to skin for in my Rainbow Six Siege. I've still not bought it yet, but I might. I don't know.
Not
I'm
for
debating
600.
it.
I'm not buying a pistol skin. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
The background's
I'm
kind of
good.
heat though.
I'm good with all my old 2018, 2019 Pro League skins. That I'm gonna stick with those.
Yeah, that's fair. Me
That's
too.
fair.
Shout out
That's fair.
TSG. Cannot confirm or deny if we're gonna get one for next stage, but you know,
Ooh,
worth a
might
try.
have to be picking his brain about that.
How much money do we gotta spend to get that done? We
That's
gotta
what I'm-
get a petition going.
I'll put a couple
Yeah, we
bands on
do.
it.
We need that. As
So we
long as
also
it's not
have-
a blue and pink anime AK-12 skin
Oh please, no! Not another one! Not another one!
designed
what are
by
we thinking?
Kubi.
What are we
I
thinking
love
then?
Kubi, but-
If not pink and blue anime, what are we thinking? What gun?
Give
what
me
color scheme?
a.
Bro, hear me out. Hear me out. We're giving
hearing you.
Alan Durf the keys. We're just gonna give Alan Durf the
Yeah,
keys. What do you want? What does Alan Durf want? Does
Why
he
not a
want
Star
an
Wars
M5?
themed one? He likes it. Ellen Durf's got that lightsaber in the background. We haven't seen the lightsaber celly yet. We're waiting on it.
Not yet. Hey, we'll get that this week. But I think we just give Alan Durf the keys. What do you want?
Yeah.
What do you want? And that's it. That's the scheme.
We'll write him a blank check and we'll say, hey, use this, however much it costs. Find a designer, work your magic. Tell him what you want done. We'll do it.
Just go to
That'd be kind
Kubi
of
or
crazy.
something, like-
I'd actually let him do that. We should actually.
It's like the Celtics did to Jason Tatum. How much money you want? We'll make it happen.
Yep.
Jason saw that Jalen Brown contract. He's like, I want one.
I want one. Although
Give me that one!
Jason did have a pretty similar contract before that one happened, though.
Yeah. That's
So he just
true.
got a slight bump in pay.
Yeah.
So on the other side of this bracket, who do we think for Team Wolves versus Team BDS?
What kind of question is that?
That's a question of all time.
Well, no.
I'm taking
I want to
BDS.
hear it. Obviously, we're taking BDS, but I want to
Yeah.
hear it. This is a podcast for
Wolves
Wolves might not
we
win a round.
speak. We talk.
Wolves might not win a round.
Win a
That
round?
would
Come
be-
on now, not win a
That would
round.
be kind of crazy.
It's gonna go map 3. It's gonna go map 3. Trust.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll be
Trust.
honest. I haven't paid much attention to EUL
Maybe.
aside from I saw a couple Fnatic and G2 games. That's it. But
Bro is just watching the absolute stinkers and not anything else.
dude, I'm telling you, me and Mello can agree here. We cast 2 nights a week, and everything else is on a totally flipped schedule from ours. So
Yeah.
I get that, man. You know I work night shifts, so I get that completely, man. Like
Yeah.
I just watch VODs afterwards. Like or
I should be doing that. I think that's my responsibility as assistant general manager. I think I need to watch VODs. On YouTube Premium.
my co-host needs to get educated here.
Yeah,
he
I
definitely
do.
does.
Me and
He
Mello are gonna
definitely
have a
does.
VOD intervention together after this is done.
Yep.
That's real. I have a channel where they put all of the stuff.
Just
in the
a quick
library.
update. SSG won a map. It is now one optic. SSG going to be going for first sweep to hopefully prevent the bracket reset and to win a championship.
You guys see Odium is still -31 in Oceania.
My goats. They just like me for real.
They just
They
like
are
him.
just like you.
They
No,
just
they
like
are.
me for real, bro.
If anybody leaked our game day performances from Arctic Ace, then they would know they just like us for real.
Oh
comment.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you weren't
Oh,
around,
yeah.
but shout out the
Where's my Arctic Ace jersey?
good question.
That's
bro.
probably still in the mail, just like Mellows. They are so bad about giving that. Like they will not ship your stuff if you will have to go in bag for them to ship you your thing.
Yeah,
Does
shout
not
out
matter.
Evo 9X support though, TSG. You know, shout out them. They had an
Sir.
error. They had a very slight error. They just didn't update the tracker. I messaged them. I'm like, yeah, this seems like it's a weird issue. And then they're like, oh, no worries, it's already been shipped. Don't worry. The next day, they
We love
were
that.
right on it. Use code TSG though, for sure.
100%. Any other code and like it just doesn't get delivered.
Yeah.
Can or can't confirm that.
Talk about the most tragedy of all time. Bleed Esports being +39 in
Oh.
rounds.
Could
And
not
make
SC
it.
Warriors being minus 37,000 and 49-10 in round differential and not making it. Oh my
It's rough.
god, that is something. That honestly, if they only had one spot, they should have made that grand finals a best of 5, not a best of
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, you
I
should be
agree.
fighting. If you only have one spot, you should be clawing tooth and nail. There's no way that they just
Make
did
it a
that to our boys.
brawl.
Yeah. So unfortunate. I was so high on them to go to the next major. I was I'll never like another team ever again. Don't worry.
Only team I
Felt
like
that.
is True Synergy Gaming, baby. That's it.
100%. Dave, you remember when I was
100%.
a big SSG guy back in that Thinking Nade Canadian roster?
My favorite
those
NAL
days.
team is SSG 100%. Just way too similar to
What are you saying
TSG.
there,
Literally a one-letter difference.
Yeah, definitely.
That's fair.
The goats. What are you saying though, Melo?
You real remember back when I was a big fan of the old SSG roster?
Oh yeah.
Nade, Rampy, Bosco, Canadian. The good old days.
Good old days.
The
That's
good
why
old
that's
days.
why I would not be surprised Sonics grabs a major.
I wouldn't
It's
be
the
shocked.
Canadian rule. It has to be.
Exactly.
I think that
First goat.
in terms of majors, this is probably going to be a heater. This is probably going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
one of the biggest heaters we've seen
In North
a
America
long
as
time.
well. The best region, easily.
Okay now. All right. Let's
If you can be
slow it
biased about
down, man.
SQ, I can be biased about North America.
No. You can be biased, but I'm biased about a team. You're biased about a region. You see those Brazilians?
The freest
I don't
region
know,
in the
man.
world, baby. We use freedom units around here.
I
not no
believe that I believe they coined the phrase near airport in esports. And I believe that they hold some speedrun categories for airport any percent. So
I mean, EU is early Uber, so I mean,
Oh,
that's
coach.
all I'm saying, bro.
Says the
well,
Canadian.
this time it can't. This time it can't be early Uber because it's in
Montreal.
what's Montreal? Yes, they can't be early Uber because I don't know.
Are we organizing that trip to Montreal among the boys?
I'm debating going to SI.
Yeah,
I'm going to
Montreal's probably more
SI,
reasonable.
but
If it's in Boston,
yeah, I don't want to.
I will not go to New York. I'll go to Boston.
Not
Yeah.
even if we all got an Airbnb together.
Ooh.
If I get the same bed as Mello, yeah.
Ooh. We can arrange that.
That's already my bed, bro. What do you mean?
Hey, we can get a
have
big
yeah.
bed. Big bed.
We can have
Big bed.
the ultimate hunter party.
No.
No,
All
we
the
need to
baby oil.
No, no.
For real?
Leave the baby
Yes,
oil
sir.
out of this.
Pause?
Leave the baby oil out of this. Nah.
I don't think they'll let that through TSA, brother.
Ain't no party like a hunter party. Bird is spawn. I'm sure they got a Costco.
Oh my
Got
god.
a Costco
you're
or a
too
Walmart.
much. Oh my god.
Man.
Only on True Synergy Talk to a podcast.
A live recording. Live recording.
Yeah. True
Let's hope
Synergy
that's not
Talk to a-
copyrighted.
That's not going on YouTube. That's not
Talk to it.
YouTube safe.
That's
That's like an OF exclusive.
Hunter's
Exactly.
like, edit it out. I'm gonna edit this.
The Hunter Party is gonna be an OF exclusive. Trust. True Synergy OnlyFans gonna go crazy.
Oof, y'all got me crying, man. Holy.
Crying.
Yeah. What? Pause? Pause?
Resume.
Talk about this this Brazil league though. Absolute weird region this season. I don't think anybody could have ever predicted this. Wait, there's Furia. I did not see, but Furia has not locked in a spot yet.
No.
For this major. Our Grand Slam winners could not make the finals of Manchester.
I just don't think they're locked in at all. In general.
And they're in the LCQ for Brazil. Isn't this
Imagine imagine you're like a tier 3 Brazilian team. You're on an absolute run. And you're like, okay, sweet. We could make the major. Who do we play? What do you mean it's the SI champs? Like, that's rough.
Oh man.
What do you mean we play the SI champs in the last game of the LCQ?
And in absolute poetry, they lost to W7M.
Yeah.
For W7M to qualify. Oh. W7M clearly knew their worth though, because they got an absolute barn burner of a roster, and I don't know. This is just the weirdest region for me.
I will say,
Because like,
go ahead.
FaZe making it.
Yeah.
FaZe, they had a stinker early on performance this stage, but they qualified, beating Team Liquid, the #1. They beat them in playoffs. This is just a weird region to watch.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know, it's everybody's game, and that's why I think that they're probably either going to be in the finals or quarters of Montreal.
Oh yeah, I will say, I kind of snaked Mello here. It was kind of an all of a sudden thing. Slim and I co-streamed part of the Falcons versus, I can't remember who they played, but we co-streamed one of their games. I think it was one of the last players of Meta League, and Falcons snagged it from GK. They got that. They got the spot for Montreal.
Honestly, good.
We need another team.
I
believe Falcons made a EWC, right?
Yes.
Instead of GK.
Yes, yeah.
So we finally have a different team at a major from that region. It's been GK, and they just get grouped every time. I would love to see a MENA team actually go far. We need more representation from MENA because they don't even have their own stream, on the main channel. They have their own side stream, but nobody really watches it. They have no exposure for being the richest region.
I'll tell you what. You were talking about Atlanta being one of the most hype majors to watch. GK with leader in Atlanta. Oh my God, cinema.
Absolute cinema.
And they didn't pick that man up. They still continue with their roster one of the players that they left at home. The guy that couldn't get the visa, they still ran with that roster, and then they just have not made a splash since. And now leader is playing in APAC, right?
Yep, with Bleed.
Yep.
Yes.
With the team that didn't qual for the major.
It's so sad. Give them two.
Yeah, they need to give them two.
You're hearing me, John Ubisoft. Give them two. Give them two.
Thomas Clancy yourself, bro. Get him in there. Get him in there, Thomas Clancy.
Who we taking out though? Who we taking out of
D plus.
Taking Korea's spot.
Yep. D plus just gets grouped every single time. The roster has not been good for a long time. They don't even have Yas anymore, or do they still have Yas? They just don't have Rin, I think, maybe. Let me see. I have not been very on this.
I got the roster up on the screen.
APAC.
Right
now. Okay, they do not have Yas or Rin, but Envy Taylor is one of my favorite APAC players. I like that guy. I think that when he was on Furex, he was like the only player that ever did anything, and it's kind of sad that like I don't hate D plus, but like that roster's just not doing anything. In my opinion, Scars from APAC is going to be the only one that makes it out of groups.
Yeah, I like what you said about Asia League. If you're gonna only have one spot, it has to be a best of 5. That's a great idea. Because I think that game that would make it alone just worth the price of admission, having Turd with Bleed versus Elevate. That was a great best of 3 though, nonetheless.
I'll have to go back and watch it because I did not get it.
I caught the last 2 maps. I didn't catch the first one, but Elevate did win map 1.
So update. Optic are now only up 3-2.
Oh,
so
are they choking?
I think they might be choking.
Choked Gaming.
I hope Optic doesn't choke.
Oh, Greenwall.
Greenwall guys over here.
I want to see Formal take it. I'm sorry, bro.
I have to get into some Halo.
You if you do, let me know because we can run up some
Chat, we
lands together.
Chat, we picking up a Halo team? We got to start a
Hey,
poll?
I'm
TSG
open
Halo?
to it.
I would lead it. I would
Yo,
if you
Dave.
wanted me to play again. I would play again. I was
Get
nasty.
Dave back in there, bro.
I went and played in pool play because in Halo you play through pool. You get groups for some of the better teams, but if you still want to qualify, like let's say you're just like a lesser known like tier 2 team or tier 3, you can play through what is called pool play, and you can qualify for main stage by playing through. So if you're just like an unknown team, you have a chance to still play against FaZe or like Optic in pool play, and you could 3-0 them or whatever, and you could make the main stage and stuff. It's great. It's a good system, but sadly not a lot of people watch it.
With Dave
It's great,
leading, I think we have a chance. At the
Yo,
slow
Dave,
slimy,
I
let's work.
reinstalled Halo today. I'm not even joking.
We gotta run it.
I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm down.
I'll reinstall it.
TSG Halo Hunter Party.
I've been
Yes, sir.
I've been max rank like 3 seasons in Infinite.
We're gonna make a
got you.
pug stack,
Very-
and it's just gonna be called the Hunter Party.
Yep.
And then we'll
You
force
can do
TSG
clans,
to get
I'm
org
pretty
support.
sure. So
Ooh, that's tech. That's
THP?
tech.
yes, the
Oh,
Hunter
yeah.
Party is gonna be our little team name.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Our emblem is just gonna be the Johnson & Johnson logo.
I don't think that I don't think that you
something.
I don't think that you can have logos in Halo. Actually, sadly.
We'll make it work. We'll just put like an overlay on anytime we
Yeah.
stream or something. Yeah.
The Hunter Party Death Stack.
Who's our
Oh.
fourth? Slim?
No, God no.
No,
God
no, come on, no.
We'll pick
We'll
up
get Lego in there.
Oh, yes. Lego's
I got him back on the roller.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and him got there together.
Yep. I do remember that.
Mm-hmm. Those are the days. Those are I loved that game when it first came out. I just stopped playing because they stopped supporting it.
I'm on the sticks now too, so
Well, now it's Scout Start instead of Burst.
I'm in the minority here. I don't think I've played Halo. No, I played one game of Halo Infinite when it came out, and I have not played it since.
Telling you, it's kind of a cook, man. You can get on it. I'll download it tonight, and it'll download when I get while I work. So
That
you can play it
I'm always
sometime.
down. Always down. I did delete Siege today, so
really?
no, I deleted it.
He's
so I could...
free.
No, I deleted
He's
it so I can download
free.
Starfield. Actually, the new Starfield DLC. came out. I'm a Bethesda guy.
That's
I have
fair.
to. I have to play the Bethesda
That's
games.
fair, but
Just here's what you do, Hunter. You uninstall that, and you go and you install Cyberpunk.
ooh,
I
there you
completed
go.
Cyberpunk like 3-4 times over.
Do it a
And
fifth
you
time.
go and you play it a 5th time with the
Yep.
DLC. A 5th
Exactly.
I already played the DLC. We're good.
Play it again.
Banger though. Very
Play it
good
again.
game. Easily top
it again.
three FPS games for me. Cyberpunk or FPS like RPG game.
Yep.
Well, fellas, are we about ready to wrap this up?
Oh,
I think,
we're 9 minutes. We're 9 minutes over by your your
Damn.
time frame.
We've just been
Yapping.
talking, just having a laugh,
Straight yapping.
Yapping.
All right. Well, I guess that is it for this of the Hunter Party. I mean, the True Synergy Tool podcast. I just want to say thank you to my co-host Dave and for Hunter for coming in here as our guest tonight, and obviously myself. I hope everyone watching has a good day, good night, good morning, whenever you're watching this. Just have a good one in peace.